Okay, guys, welcome back. Appreciate you joining me again. Last time we had, see, we've talked, we had made the home base. We got that situated. We got the tree farm, made the weapons. Talked about, set up the sugarcane farm, upgraded the smeltery. Let's see, set up the crates. A lot of basic stuff to get rolling. This time we probably need to really focus on really get a farm set up so we don't have, because, so don't have to keep making that trip back over to the village and for food and whatnot. Probably don't need to be very big. Maybe even just set up a couple of them. I was kind of debating whether I want to set them on down there on the level with the trees and the sugarcane, or possibly even doing a 3 stack. Because you only need to go to have a 2 space for each one. So do one, go up, do a layer, have 2 more spaces, have another layer, so on and so forth. Wonder if we could make that work, really keep it compact and whatnot. That might be really good. Um, One thing we did talk about is like when I was in the Nether looking for cobalt, I actually went over to the Nether fortress and started walking through there. Uh, did eventually find a blaze spawner, so we are good on that. I can go over there at any time. Makes it really nice. Oops, a little too close to the bees. So they weren't too hard to find, and obviously they're pretty easy to kill with the weapons we got. So we're good on that aspect. One thing I was trying to figure out is, like, I mentioned previously about the traveler's pack and all that. Well, totally forgot about the dank. All right, the dank knoll. This thing is a storage fiend. Basically, it'll hold however much stacks of each item in there. So like when you're mining and your inventory starting to get full, you can dump it all in here, and it'll just keep putting it straight in there. And your tools are going to wear out before this thing will fill up. I was downstairs doing some mining, trying to find some diamonds, because that was the one thing that I was kind of stuck at. I eventually found some, but I wore out my hammer and my pickaxe, and we were still good to go as far as this dank says inventory. So if you haven't used a dank, get a dank. They're actually fairly easy. You actually end up needing a lot of coal for them. You can have different colors. You've got the purple, the green, the teal or blue, aqua, yellow, white. I made the white one. Blue and red. All right, the white one, you can use bone meal for the color, so you need these panels, and each panel requires 4 blocks of coal, so that's 36 for each panel, right? White stained glass pane and 4 iron ingots. The white stained glass pane was the one that was more of a pain, because you got to make the clear white stained glass. Basically, get some bone meal with the glass, with 8 glass around it, in order to get to that point, so that you can see what I mean. You get your bone meal and then your 8 glass to get your 8 white stained glass. Then you only need to use 6 of them to get your panes. So you're going to have leftovers. But it's super easy to get to. Just go out and get yourself a bunch of coal and some sand, and if you've got, obviously you should be picking up some bones in, before, pretty quickly you have it. Boom, you're good to go. And it also allows you to kind of keep your your storage here a little bit under control. Not having to get all that cobblestone and whatnot in there. I just keep a bunch of it in the dank, so that way I don't have to worry about it. Because you can see I've got 1100 in here. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 wide. So there's 26, 27 stacks in here. So I've got roughly almost the same amount. Don't recall it with the math right at the top of my head. So that's at least 600. So I probably got more in the dank than I do in the storage crate as far as cobblestone. So anyway, but yeah, definitely the dank Great way to go. Probably one of the essentials you should have as far when you're out mining and exploring, because you can just have so much stuff in there. And need be it, if you need it, if you want to get more, by all means get some more. You can have them separated out that way. So, all right. So, like I said, like we were talking about, I keep getting close. We want to work on that farm, see if we can't get that farm. We also want to see about getting power going. So we're probably going to see about needing to get a pump here soon, so we can start working on those magma generators and the geothermal generators, so we have our different types of power on that. Let's see. There was also, oops, did not mean to do that. There we go. There was also, oh man, what was it? Tank. There was something with turbines. Yes. We've got, those are rings. There was actually I wanted to see if they have it in here, but there's actually an addition. It might not be in this one for some turbines, some new turbines. It doesn't look like it's in here. I don't see them. Natura. Let's see. How about steam? No steam on there either. All right. So how about no mills? Mill, sawmill, windmill, water mill. That might be a way we could go this time. There we go. This one, the water mill, gives GP adjacent to it. They're actually pretty easy setup. Stone burnt. You just make some polished stone, put it in front of a resonator, put it on the resonator. But in order to get the resonator, you need to what you end up having to do is make some solar panels. I think you have to have at least an 8 on the power, the GP, for it to transfer this over. All right, and then there's a lava mill. You put these so that they are surrounded by water on 4 sides, but it's not just that way. There is it can flow, but you don't want it. You don't want it to be you don't want it needs to be flowing as rather than a source block. So you put the source block of the water on a corner. So like, let's say that, I'll just use right here is good. Let's just say that this was your water mill. You want to put the source block on this corner where this torch is, so that it flows this way and around, and then it'll flow this way and around. And then you can put another one here so that it will continue to flow. Now you don't have to do both sides like that, because obviously it's going to get a 4 across. And what you could end up doing is have another one over here to the side, and then you would have another one over here, right? It's kind of like you're going to offset these, basically. Oops, that's not the way I wanted it. So that way, that flows across here, then it's going to go across that way as long as that way. So that way, and it's going to go the same way there. So I could cover several of the water mills with just one source block of water. Make sense? All right. I used them in a previous game, and they actually worked pretty well. I ended up having something like 12 of them set up, and I never had a problem with the GP after that. I had originally made a bunch of solar panels, but they were constant. Obviously it turns night. Now I'm out of power. Turn those on, never had a problem, and just during the daytime, it just helped push it. Everything got done that much faster. So. Those would be the main issues for today. So, unfortunately, what I need to do is I need to make a hoe so I can go see about getting some worms. I would like to get some worms. remember mentioning them before. The worms, they will till the ground. They will keep it moisturized, and it helps the growth rate of the item. So let's go ahead and make a hoe real fast, because we're just going to go till a bunch of ground until we get until worms pop out. Just need a couple of you, and just need I guess we could just use some iron. We got quite a bit of stuff, so okay. All right, there's our iron hoe. It's dark too. Not even halfway through that. All right, so meanwhile, let's go down here and get this set up. Let me go ahead and clear this out a little more. No, we were. Alright. We can move this out of the way. Oop, a little bit of a glitch there. Alright. You can see that Dank just picks everything up, no problem. Okay, so that's the outside wall. We don't want to go past that. So we want the farm to literally be marked with the boundary of it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that'd be the boundary. And like I said, I want to keep perfect, because that's where the stairs will be, and then the elevator will be right in here. So what we're going to end up what I'll end up doing is, let's go to the Dank, and all you have to do is click on that. I don't remember. Oh yeah, just scroll wheel, that's right. Shift and scroll wheel will change which one is showing. Whichever one is showing in the Dank is the one that's going to be laid down. So if that's the border, it's like that. The worms do a 3x3 square, so we do. Actually, I could probably get away with just running this straight to the wall. That'll give us a 4x4, or sorry, give us two 9-inch blocks, or 2 9-square blocks, I should say. There we go. So go and put him there, put him there. What I'm going to do is make sure there's plenty of light. Alright, so any growth, most of it's only going to need 1 block. So the second block is going to be just fine. And we still have room for that, so we could technically take this up. Guess I'll take that out of there too. That all up. And that gives us plenty of room for stuff to grow stuff. You know, I mean, I probably could even take this up 1 more notch take out the floor underneath it, because we're not going to need water anyways. So it would be, yeah, see that right there? There we go. Okay. Dirt. 1, 2. 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. All right, and then get this piece of copper out of the way. How about I just get all this? Oh, hello. Guess we got to do a little bit of cleanup. And there is the stairs. Throw that down there. Let's stick that right there for now. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? It's good. And what we could do is we could probably just put it on the back side, because what'll end up happening is we could actually end up, if we needed to, we could go one more over, but I don't think we will. We could just set it like right here. It might, like I said, it might just need to be a 5 by 5, but well, that's fine. Either way, we could set a machine here, a farm there, and a farm there, and then this right in here, we'll run all the cables and stuff to it. Yeah, basically a triple stack farm, compact space. I like it. It's good stuff. All right, so that at least gives us a starting point there. And then what I can do is I can always put some stairs or something in here. Just it just helps to make it look a little better. But we'll put some torches right in here. You know, maybe what I'll end up doing too is put another layer right around the top like this, because the cable's going to run out here, so we could actually afford to put a I'll call it a skirt around it at this level, all the way around this outer edge like this, just to make sure there's plenty of torches and lighting in there. Or see about maybe getting making some lanterns or something and put in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So see, like this would be like the skirt I'm talking about. You can see that. Feel just how that one is. Oh, don't want to go downstairs. Ah, keep missing it. And have it be kind of like this. There we go. Allow me to put torches all the way around if I need to. I could do it, and I could do one here. Not there. Yeah, we just want to make it so that it's super functional at this time. right? And all we need to do is get like a torch periodically here in the middle, really. That'll cover, that'll be the basic. Don't really need to go much more than that because it will cast enough light for it. And we just have to do it up here as well. Now there are three up, it is 3 high up here, so if we wanted, there was something that we wanted to grow that was a little bit tall, that grows a little bit taller, we could just use this top layer for it. So, but you guys get the idea. What we could also do is put this right there so we have access to that second layer, just like that. Alright, so we have a torch there, we have a torch there, have a torch there, and a torch there. Boom. Lighting, I see no numbers. Good to go. Yep. Alright, so that one's good. 1, 2. Oh, not that many. We can actually just do an offset a little bit. Don't have to, but I want it to be even though it probably doesn't, probably not going to be by the time I get done with it. Where's the dirt? There's the dirt. Excuse me. Okay, so that's set up. This one. Of course I break the one. You. Of light. So that'll be okay for now until we can at least get the farm machine. But first, since it is daylight, we need to go get some worms. And I ended up making a new boat. Alright, you can see there's some of the work. And I actually found the other boat too. There's some of the work I did, the cobblestone put on to block out the bottom there. We don't have to go that far. What is that? A moonstone? That's a moonstone. Alright, just gonna hop back here. Here, remember I was talking about those random farms that show up? Look at this. Just out of nowhere, just pops up. Pretty funny. Whoops, did not mean to do that. And there's a zombie here. Come here, zombie. You want some? Alright, where's my hoe? There it is. Alright, let's see if we can find some worms. Oh, skeleton. Jerk. I win that duel. Oh, we got one. There he is right there. Actually, additions worm. Oh, there's another one. Oh, a couple more actually. Nice. You need quite a few, so. Got 4 so far. That's good. They're getting wet because of the rain. It's funny. Some of them aren't. That's annoying. Only got 4, huh? Oh, there's another grass in the grass areas. Oh, there we go, another one. And there's some more. Nice. Apparently this is the area. There's another one. 12. Man, we found 8 over here, just in this little section. Got to break the hoe. It's okay. Let's just break. We'll call it good. There it goes. Alright, so we got 13. I think that's pretty good. Quite a bit, so if we have 3 levels and each one needs 4, I mean we only need 12, so we got an extra if we need to move one. Take it. We'll call that good. And hop down here. Alright, so now what we got to worry about is is it the harvester? I think it is. Let's see if it might be the actual farm. The farmer from actually additions. Yeah. Now, I think the farmer is probably going to be the better of the options there, which means we need an atomic reconstructor. Who needs that? Which is black quartz. Do I have any black quartz? Does not appear so. Oh, there it is right there. 3. Well, we do need it, so try and take him out. Let me go ahead and put all this stuff away and put the worm in there for now. You. Okay, so what do we need for him? 4 sticks, 4 iron, 8 iron, 4 redstone. Or 8. All right. Got it all? Yes, we do. Boom. Atomic reconstructor. Now he does need power, so here comes the next problem. Pump. We need a pump, which means block of diamond, 4 obsidian, couple of iron pickaxes. Alright, so how much do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, because we need the iron pickaxes. Actually, probably need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just, we'll have make a couple barrels so we have them. Need of those. See, I told you I went and farmed diamonds. 8, 9. Got some lapis too, which was good. Can't believe I found all of that. And I did get an ender pearl. That was pretty sweet. And oh, and that was the other thing. When I was out looking, I was punching some grass, found an ender lily. So we can go ahead and plant that bad boy and see about start getting some ender pearls, which we'll do here in a little bit. I'll go drop that guy somewhere. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I will drop him right now while I'm thinking about it. Just gonna need to put him out of the way. I'm just gonna put him in the wall for right now. What I like to do is kind of limit the amount of light that gets to him. Because usually there's a chance every morning for it to grow. It's only something like a 5% chance or something. So he doesn't grow very fast. But if you plant him in that, was it the ender soil or whatever, the ender dirt, whatever it is, it will have the regular growth rate. The end stone, that's it, in the end stone. We can make that later once we get to that point. But if you plant him on there, he'll grow a lot faster, and they have a chance to drop ender lilies as well. So eventually, this whole wall I'll probably end up having. I'll put a like a little wall in here, just kind of filter out some of the light to keep it a little bit darker. It just seems like, to me, it seems to grow. It could just be in my imagination, but it seems to grow. They grow a little bit better when there's not as much light. So I just tend to do that just because that's what I've come across. So all right, so we got that, and we need our block of diamond. There's our diamond. Our pickaxes. All right, so we got that. We'll grab this. We need one of those. One of those. And then we need our obsidian, which I actually found some. There it is. I went and got some more. Pump. Bingo. All right, we get our buckets back. Okay, so now on top of that, we need to have a switch for it, a lever, turn it on and off. But we're also going to need to give it some power to start pumping, so that it'll keep pumping. Once we get it going, we can feed the generators, and then we're fine. So we'll have to drop some somewhere. So we got the pump in play. We got the pump. Now, like I said, this will go all the way down to bedrock and out. So from what I understand, it doesn't really matter where you put it, but for the most part, if you're at 63 sea level, it'll grab any lava that's under its level. It doesn't go top to, it goes at its level and down. So, but we have quite a bit of lava around us, so not a huge deal. But since we're probably going to be putting most of the power and stuff, I'm probably going to end up putting all the power and stuff generated up here. That way, oh, there's the wall. Okay. Do I want to put up here? I thought about making like this, maybe I guess the bedroom, but I was thinking this would be fine for power and stuff. processing. We're gonna end up we're probably gonna end up spending a lot of time up here with processing and whatnot. All right, let's go ahead and get this all cleaned up. And here comes the sun. And here's the other side. Just gonna carve all this out. Oh, I think there's a cave up here. That's probably where I was hearing, for a while there I was hearing zombies. Yeah, that's probably where he was at. And I'll probably do is I'll just fill in the outer wall with like a smoke or a gray glass. That way it still keeps the look of the mountainside. But that way it gives it plenty of light. So. Pop those. Yeah, this will be nice. I can do all the power up here. And then what I'll probably end up doing is I'll look for a. I've been looking for an altar. I've got a bunch of marble. If you didn't notice, I went and took down a couple of altars for the astral sorcery, and that's going to eventually be the supply that we need to build the altar. Which I was thinking about just putting it at the very top of this hill or mountain. Okay, so there we go. Nice big area. This will be our main power level. I'll run the majority of the power over on this side here, so pump, not a big deal. I just need that over there for now. And pulverizer, that should come right out. Yeah, pulverizer, furnace generator. Bingo. Alright, so for the time being, this will be, here's the generator for now, pulverizer. I'll just set that right back up on top. And what that allows us to do, start doing that. So, and that sounds like a good wrapping up point. Thanks for guys watching, and we'll see you next time. All right, thanks.